Misery has become a friend of mine. 'Cause Lord knows that you weren't the cheating kind. Well, that's why it came as a surprise, seeing his reflection in your eyes. Oh, as I lay across.
Welcome to this, whatever the hell this is. So yeah, we're doing another one. Woo! Got to find out who the winner is. It's this one, and then one more. I think. Is it one more? Maybe this one. Maybe another one. Got two other winners. It's two more. This one and two more. So three more. Starting now. Is anybody watching? I don't know. I'm not even going to pay any attention to it. So, okay, so today we got the Marines and we got the Rogues. And getting closer. Getting closer. We're almost down to three remaining contenders. So, we got that going for us, which is nice. All right, there's one. There's a dude. Right there. There's a dude. There's a dude there. There's a dude. There's a dude. There's wait. Yeah. Oh boy, this is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be weird. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Maybe if I zoom it out a little bit more. Let's see if I can zoom it out a little bit more. Maybe that will help the situation here. Zoom out. Can I zoom out more? I can zoom it out a little more. Can I zoom out more? Okay, let's see there. And then we're gonna bring that up a little bit. No, not this. My arm is in the freaking way. That's about where we want it right there. Sort of. Okay, so let's get my dice ready. Got my dice. Do I need tokens? I do need tokens. Get my tokens. And I need space. All right. There's tokens. So he fits there. Fits there. 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 He starts off with a PTV, which is a little personal transport vehicle, because he's got a 0 speed, so this gives him some speed that he can run around and do stuff. All right. Maybe if I do staggered. Yeah, I might have to do a staggered group. I can actually bring them down a little bit more. Okay, so those guys are going to sit there. Yeah, wait for a second. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe if I do it like this. Because they're all going to have pieces of equipment on it and stuff. So he's going to have that. What else we have? Pretty self-explanatory. I don't know how well this is going to work because these guys aren't really combat oriented. So we're just going to give one of these their ammo for weapons that they don't have yet. So that's how that's going to work. That's how that's rolling. All right, so we got Dark Alley and an Armory to start. All right. We've got a defensive position. We can put that over there. There's our Rubble Hills. The rest of our locations. All right, we'll drop our location deck right there. Yeah. We'll do that. Location deck, and then there's the regular deck. All right, so far, to recap, we've got 2 winners so far from the two other games we did, which was the first game was the Predator versus Skynet. Predator came out the winner. Then we had Resistance versus Aliens. Resistance came out the winner. And now we're rounding it out with Marines versus Rogues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Those guys are just there. Let's move it this way. Now, I am fussing about space. Because when we start rolling with this Marines deck, you'll start to see why. It needs a lot of space. It needs a heavy duty amount of space. Can I roll this out a little bit more? Yeah, we can bring that out a little bit more. That helps out a little bit. So yeah. Cards are going to be tough to see. If I need to read it out loud, I will read it out loud. And we're going to kind of move through this quickly. We've done the other 2 games. If you want to see how a little more in depth on how the games work, how the play works, check those ones out. This one, we're just going to be buzzing through it. I will, like I said, I will highlight card effect. We'll take priority and everything else. If it's movement and such, I'll only pause to strategize what I'm going to do. So, oh boy. Okay, so there's that. I'm just going to take a look at my screen here and see how that looks. It's all right. It is what it is. Oops. There we go. Deck. All right. Marines. Let's do the same thing. We're gonna have two lines at first, and see if that works out. And do 2 distinctive lines. So first line will be right here, just to make sure that I can fit my main characters in. All right, so starting stuff. That's all going on one guy. That's going on him, and that's going on him. All right, so we've got our, now again, 2 distinct armories. They're not considered to be the same armory. We're going to do the same thing we did last time, sort of. There's 1. All right, I need one of those. Okay, so our main group is going to be the blank. Right now, that's what we're using. For the rogues, I'm just going to use for the moment. Get out of here. Get out of there. We're going to use the Predator disc to mark their location. So again, starting locations are distinct. So these armories that are on the board, they are different locations. We are not connected yet. One there. So they start at the dark alley. And the raids start at the landing pad. Okay. We've got the same, and hopefully I will remember it this time, but we've got the same battlefield condition. So it accounts for both players. It counts for both players anyway. So it basically just cancels it out. They're just using the same thing. I mean, it doesn't cancel it out, but it's the same effect. It's just it doesn't double the effect. I don't think so. Oh dear. I am wrong. As I can tell at the moment, these battlefield conditions actually do, in fact, stack on top of each other. That's going to help these guys out more than it helps these guys out to an extent, to a small extent, but it's not going to be the end of the world for them either. So, okay, it's good to know that now. So we got our. Does that in fact do that? Yeah. Each character at location with cover gains +1 defense. Each character at a confined location may only be attacked by one character. That one doesn't change. They just they both do the same thing. But that first one, each character at a location with cover gains +1 defense for each of them. It doesn't say it's specifically for this character. It's for everybody. So they both, oh boy. Each character at an open location gains -1 defense. So that'd be a -2 at an open location. Not counting these guys, because it says at the very bottom here, these effects do not apply to any starting location. So that open location doesn't count. And if this one had open, it wouldn't count either. So these don't affect the starting locations. But in the other locations with open, it would be in -1, -1. If it's got cover, it'll be a +1 defense and a +1 defense. So it's going to be -2 at open and +2. That's just how it is. All right. That's just how we're rolling today, I guess. All right, so there's our location decks. All right, so Marines start with 4 combat pools, so do the Rogues. 4 combat pools for each. Actually, put that on there so I don't get mixed up. All right. So the way this works, Rogues go first, then the Marines. So that's going to be how it works. It's Rogues, Resistance, Marines, Corporate, Skynet. What else is there? Pack Predator, Solo Predator, Hive Aliens, and then Cloned Aliens. I believe that was everybody. So Rogues first, then Marines. So we're going to start off the game with that. We're going to bring out a vantage point for them. And for the Marines, we're bringing out a vantage point. Oh boy! We just connected. Nice. This could be interesting. This is going to, okay. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so the Marines have a hand size of 4. And the Rogues have a hand size of 4. They both have leaders, which brings their hand size up to 5 each. So let's start off. Oh, I need my book. 1 second. I got it here. Oh, boy. Hold up. Get one of them toe cramps. Ooh, it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. All right. Got water. Got my rule book. And connected locations right off the bat. All right, so play new locations, and then we're moving. So Marines are moving into the Armory, and so are the Rogues. Unless you know what? I would be absolutely stupid to not take advantage of this situation at the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to move our Sergeant Hart here. He's got a refractive cloaking armor. This works different than camouflage. It's the reason why I started with this from the Terminator set instead of the regular Marines camouflage. So we're taking advantage of this. he's moving. And he's moving that one there. And he's moving this one. He's got a movement of 3, 4. Boom. So he goes 1, 2. And he's going to sit right there. And we're going to start doing some naughty. Yeah. I think actually. They moved. We moved second. This is how this rolls. The rest of my group here, we're going to be safe and we're going to move. Actually, you know what? I need another token. We're going to use a die. The die with the 1 is Hicks. Hicks is coming over here too. Hicks and that marker. Okay, so that's how that's set up. I could do this safe, but I want to take a chance and see if I can wipe out the team on the first turn. I kind of don't want to do this now. Okay, no, we're going to see what happens. And if it happens, we're going to call this a mulligan. If I can take him out on the first, it's not scientific. It's too random. But we're going to see if it works. All right, so. Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. All right, so what a start. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, yeah, no, okay, so here it is. We are on to the draw and discard. So we're going to grab 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, they need to do something. These guys are about evading, so let's see. 2 additional locations when moving this turn. These characters move. Too late. Target location with high-tech communications or computers. Beginning the movement round, characters may not enter or leave that location until the following turn. No, that's not going to help. Black market's not going to help. Would have been great if I'd gotten it before then. And that would have been nice to have in the hand also. That's not a good setup for the first one yet. They have nothing they can do against this. All right, Marines, however, have something they can do. And they're going to do it right now. We're declaring 2 attacks. Corporal Hicks and Sergeant Hart. Sergeant Hart does not have to reveal his location because he has an M42A scope rifle, camouflage, or not camouflage, active cloaking armor, and a silencer, an M237 enhanced silencer. We're going to go through these one at a time. Okay, the scope rifle does 13 damage, may attack 2 locations away at -2 to hit, -1 if sniper. The rifle is rotated when fired, and the owner must rotate to ready it again. All right? The silencer, scope rifle attachment. If the character using this attachment is a hidden sniper, he may remain hidden while attacking with the scope rifle at -2 damage. He may attack with the scope rifle from any of his hidden movement marker positions, regardless of his or her true position. And then the last one, we've got the refractive cloaking armor. Armor 1 requires scout or sniper. Owner gains hidden movement with 1 decoy and 1 real token whenever he moves. Limit 1 body armor per character. Never really got to use that with the last the Resistance game because the aliens kind of hosed that right away. So we're declaring an attack with the scope rifle, so I have to rotate that. He's shooting from this movement marker, but he could just as easily shoot from this one. But he would lose a -1 to hit. He would be at a -1 to hit, but he would be able to target 2 locations away, 1, 2. He could do that too, but he doesn't have to because he's got a movement marker right there. So he's just 1 location away. No negatives to it. He gets a +1 himself. And that is stupid. And now Hicks is attacking with the grenade launcher. We might as well read that also. Character with this item attacks all characters in a location for 8 damage. It is a long-range weapon. You have to have it on an M41A pulse rifle, which is also included in the field pack. Contains an M41A pulse rifle, long range, 10 damage, and an M3 body armor provides 2 armor. So grenade launcher he is able to attack with. He does not have to rotate for it. And we are shooting. So how the grenade launcher works. Let's do... Do they have anything they can do? No. We have one gun, and it is short-ranged, small arms. He cannot target anybody. All right. Okay. So first things first. We're going to do the scope rifle first. It's shooting at 11 damage. He's got a +1. He's targeting Elgin with a +1. We're going to take their leader out. 4, 5, 4, greater than 3. He's hit. He takes 11 damage. He can handle 6. He's dead. All right, Hicks. We're going to play a card. We're actually going to play 2 cards. We're going to play a 2x2 formation. It's a permanent that discard at any time or when a new look formation is played for each 4 Marines at the same location during the ready round gain 1 combat pool. Okay, and then we're going to do this one. It's called a headshot. I'll bring that up to the camera here. Play before die roll. If roll to hit exceeds the defense by 1, rotate defender. By 3, +2 damage and rotate for 2 turns. By 5, defender is killed. Costs 2. Grenade launcher normally does 8 damage. So we're going to keep that in play. We do the roll. Now here's how the grenade launcher works. When you do the roll, you check everybody's defense to it. And that's how you determine whether or not they got hit or not. And it does target long range. Character with this item attacks all characters at a location for 8 damage. So that's how the grenade launcher works. And now we're going to see if we can wipe the team. Okay, we roll the 2. He's got a +1. He hit. He hit Vreese. For 8 damage. Now, Vreese has a PTB on him. It gives him 2 speed. It's got 3 armor. And he's got 3. So he's got 3 armor. So he takes 6 and 6. He can take up with 6. So he takes 2 damage. So the armor actually helped him. However, 3 and 3, 6. So, because he's in a vehicle, but it is exposed. Okay. Exposed vehicle versus an enclosed vehicle. I'm not sure if there's a difference, but I believe this is how it works for vehicles. The vehicle takes the damage first. So the 2 damage brings the hull down. And we're gonna keep track of that with this. So this hull has 2 damage on it. He's fine because the thing took the damage. It's got 3 armor with a 3 hull, which means the first 6 points from the 8 would be negated, which leaves 2 additional, which goes to the hull before it goes to him. I believe, and it's been a while since I've used vehicles, but I believe that's how vehicles work. So damage goes to the vehicle first before it goes to him. So that's that. And the chance was there. We took it. And now oh yeah, I forgot to move the rest of the group. The rest of the group are going up here. So that one, and this one all went up to our armory. I should have done. It was meant to be done, so we're going to do it right now. All right, so that's that. All right. Combat round's over. Search round. We're going to search for. Well, Campbell's going to grab a combat pool with his ability, which is rotate to gain 1 combat pool. So we're going to go up to 5. These 2 guys are going to search 2 things, and we're going to get a field pack and a sentry gun on Myler here. Okay, so that's that. These guys here, actually, I should have done their search first, but we got 1. He finds 2 items because it's part of his text. May begin a game with PTV plus 2 damage for collapse of the shotgun. Whenever he searches for items, he may find 2 items instead of just 1. So he's going to search for 2. Christie's searching for 1. So we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 items. Do we have anything in my hands? No. So we're going to go through and search like normal. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's our searches. Okay. We might actually be able to do a little bit of funny business here. These guys are going to be tough. The Marines are tough for doing shootouts with them. These guys don't have a lot of bonuses. But we might be able to actually do something if we get lucky. We don't have much choice at this point, so the rogues are put on the back foot immediately. But it looks like we might actually get a full game out of this anyway. At least, I don't know, another half an hour maybe. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna roll with this though. Whoever wins this one's going on. Whoever doesn't isn't. We got a bad spot though. He's gonna take out a character return, so they do not have a lot of time to get stuff moving here. All right, so what's John gonna get? I want Vreese to have a collapsible shotgun. We're gonna give her that. She can't use it. She can't use this either. So those 2, we're gonna flip them upside down. She's just carrying them. Oh, actually, she wouldn't get one of those. I would have to give it to one of these other guys. So we'll give him that one. We'll give John this. And we're going to have Reese find the portable data drive too. Actually, you know what? Let's have Reese find this. And we're going to give the portable data drive to... No, that's good. No, that was a good setup. We'll do that. Okay, so... Yeah. All right. So ready round. These guys ready. Bad situation already. He dies, so he's out of play. He drops his bullets on the ground. LG did not last long. And they're down to 4 hand size now too. They still keep the card that they have. Well, they have a couple cards left here. They can keep their cards until they use them, but they now have only a 4 hand size because they lost their leader. Bad situation. I do have a feeling that the Marines are probably going to be smoking these guys. I do not see these guys having a chance. They need time to build up, and they just did not have any. Just not any. So, oh boy. All right, so ready round's done. They gain another combat pool for. No, they don't, because they need to have 4 Marines at the same location at the ready round. So they do not get during the ready round. Yeah, they do not get. So they got 3 guys here, 1 guy here, 1 guy here. So 2 guys are here, 3 guys are there. They do not have 4 at the same location. So that doesn't go off. So we still have a 5 there. We still have this little situation here. So movement. I don't see any reason for these guys to move here. I really don't. Um, all right. Corporal Myler has got 3 movement, or 3 speed, so you get 3 movement points. He's going to go 1, 2, 1. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. He's going to move 1 here. He's going to rotate, dropping a sentry gun here at the landing pad, and then he's using another movement to move back up to the armory. These 2 guys, there's no reason for them to move. We might as well keep pressing. So 1, 2, and 3. He's with these guys. And what we're gonna do here. Oh wait, I forgot to do locations. Why did I jump to movement? Okay, so going back. That was we're gonna take this back. We're gonna take that back. Okay. He still has that. He's got that on him. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so okay, I screwed that up a little bit. But we're just gonna reset everything back to what it was before. That is Hicks, and he's here. This guy's here. What was that? Oh, that was the roll. That was the rolling die. Okay, so Hicks and him, or Hicks and that hidden movement marker are sitting there. Everybody else is sitting there. We're picking a location, so we're starting with the rogues. Communication center. We're just going to put that right up here, next to the armory. Okay, the Marines. We get the Conestoga class, which we're going to stick that next to the landing pad here on the opposite side. So the way I use ships for this, or if I have an entry location, you can park it on the bottom of it instead of putting it on the top. It just makes it a little easier for ships, including the Predator ships, or in this case, the Conestoga class. So we're going to move that there. Okay, so first off, these guys, they have to do something here. Jeez. Main character, computers or communications, target location of high tech. Enter and leave that location until the following turn. That's not helping. That's not helping. So all right, we've got 2 weapons. Movement. I didn't even get a chance. Okay, so the zip gun. Automatically reconceals at the end of any round. Owner is not forced to rotate for this effect. So that would have been that gets concealed. So we'll flip it upside down for concealment. The wrist guns here are not concealed. So movement, he's dropping this on the ground. She's going to drop that on the ground. Reese is going to pick up the man stopper rounds on him. All right. These guys are going to move here. Johnner's going to use a sneak attack with a concealed weapon to shoot at Hicks, because it's worthless going after Hart right now, because even if I didn't know where his was, it would be a stupid shot to take a shot at him instead of Hicks. Hicks you can hit. He's probably not even there, because I wouldn't be there if I was using that. Just using the sniper setup, I wouldn't be there. I would be there. Just by the process of deduction, I'm going to assume that he's not there, and we're going to shoot at Hicks instead. So he gets a shot. Now this is how rogues work. They get this special attack with the concealed weapon during the movement round. So he doesn't have. Okay, he doesn't have any bonuses. It's just a straight up shot. He has to hit. Now, this is before they moved. So it's just Hicks and it's just Sergeant Hart over here. So this is it. We're going to go. And he rolled a 1. He misses. All right. Okay, so the whole group moved here. These things are sitting at the armory. And okay. So here's what we have now as it stands. We are now moving our Marines. We're going to move him into the location. So that would be 1, 2, 3. He gets a +1. So he's in the location here. These two guys are outnumbered right now. So we're going to move Myler. He gets 3 movements. So he's up here. He goes 1, 2, 3. He's here also. And he's going to rotate to drop a sentry gun in this location. So we're just going to move John over. So sentry gun is located here. Now, it doesn't trigger because they're there, but it is something that we're definitely going to be causing them problems here in a second or two. Oh boy, if they if we can get them to move out of that location again, maybe I should drop it here. I'm going to do that. Yeah, we're going to rotate him, drop it there on the way over, and so the sentry gun is in this location. So he moves like this. So he goes 1, 2. He drops it. Actually, let's put it here. We'll put it on that side just for lack of confusion, which is the same location as this one. So the sentry gun is there. It's both of these places simultaneously. Okay, so we're all here. All right, so Campbell, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to bring him over here also. We might as well bring everybody over. So Campbell's there. Everybody's here. I got I can split these guys up a little bit more now. So he's rotated. These guys aren't rotated. Okay, looks like we're doing the showdown. Right now, there's not much they can do. They have to do the showdown now. So, and the Marines are going to press the advantage. We might as well. I mean, we've got them one down. We're probably going to take another one out here momentarily. Sergeant Hart, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people. We are able to move his movement marker right here. And Hicks, you know what? Why did I move them there? We don't want them there. We want them there. We're moving everybody there. So we're moving away from them. We don't want them shooting at us. Yeah. So now that we have one more than they do, I can move. Again, I'm not outnumbered. In fact, even if we didn't have all of them there, we would still not be outnumbered. So yeah, no, we're fine. We're still good. All right, so both groups are sitting there. Okay, so now they don't have anything they can do. Except, while an opponent is moving, all your characters at one location gain 2 moves immediately. You may not enter or leave an enemy's location. Never mind. Can I use this one? No, can't use that one. I should have used that and stopped them from moving. But I didn't. All right, so now we are on to discarding draw phase. I'm going to discard that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, these guys only have 4, but they don't have anything they can use right now. So we're just going to ditch everything and draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all rogues present must move. We're going to use the card. We get to do it first. They can do something to back it up, but they cannot stop me from doing this one because we have the first action. So we're going to do a quick escape. All rogues present must move into a single adjacent location. The owner of this card chooses which single adjacent location. So we're moving our rogues right up there and getting them the heck out of there. So that kind of hoses their attack ability for most of them. All right, so now we've done that. Sergeant Hart has to rotate again I forgot about this. He has to rotate again to unrotate the M42A scope rifle. So that's what he's going to do right now. Actually, you know what? Oh, shoot. I should have moved it over, but I didn't. So it's too late. We have to do that. We have to rotate to unrotate that. So I'm not going to get a shot off this round, which is fine. That is fine. All right. So that's that. Discarded draws down. Combat round is done because I can no longer target them with anybody. We're sitting here. They are 2 away. He was the only one that could at 2 away. So, all right. So, ready round. Okay. Locations. Let's do these guys first. And then operations. Just put that right there. And a hard point. Right there. Actually, you know what? We're going to put the hard point right up here next to the armory. And we're going to do a search later. Oh, I can't do it now. I can do it later. Okay, so we're going to, okay, that's what we're doing there. Okay, so movement round. I will be right back in 1 second. I got to take care of something real quick.
Misery has become a friend of mine, 'cause Lord knows that you weren't the cheating kind. Well, that's why it came as a surprise, seeing his reflection in your eyes. Oh, as I lay across this filthy bunk, I hope time passes faster when you're drunk. These days I walk along these lonely halls, taking stock of all those things that fall. For every day I brew this nasty swipe, when the bulls come round I hide it in a pipe. I toss and turn and pray to win this funk, and hope time passes faster when you're drunk. Well, they sent me up for shooting you, my dear. Next 50 years I'll be dying for a beer. Oh, I can't tell if this pain will ever end, and set this beer-starved heart back on a mend. Well, as I lay across my nasty bunk, I hope time passes faster. I hope time passes faster. I hope time passes faster when you're drunk. Misery has become a friend of mine, 'cause Lord knows that you weren't the cheating kind. Well, that's why it came as a surprise, seeing his reflection in your eyes. Oh, as I lay across this filthy bunk, I hope time passes faster when you're drunk. These days I walk along these lonely halls, taking stock of all those things that fall. For every day I blew this nasty swipe.
Okay, yeah, okay, so you might have noticed me doing a little dance. I had to do something. I had to use the restroom. So we're back. Everything's good. I didn't die. I don't even remember what the hell I was doing, but I was doing the dance for a little bit there. I held it off as long as I could, but now we're back. We're not gonna, no details needed. Anyway, so cool. I hope that wasn't long. What, 5-10 minutes maybe? All right. Okay, so I just have to remember what the hell I was doing here now. So they moved. Um, okay, so I think where I was ready. We played new locations. Okay, we did that. Now we're on the movement. I think we're on the movement. So okay, we're going to do this. We're going to play the area secure on the armory here. Play on a location with only your species present. No other players may move into or through the location at the next movement round. I'm wondering if I should do, you know what I am going to do? Since they're not here, I'm going to move here first. Then we're going to play it. So that's one movement. He's got two. And these guys have more than two. So that's one and then two. So area is secure. We're going to stop them from doing that. We need them to stop coming after us. We need a chance to build up a little bit here. Okay. It's not going to help much. I can't move here, which just basically puts us back in the same spot. All right, so that is their movement. They're done. One, two. That's as far as they can go as a group. Yeah. Okay, so Marines. Campbell's breaking off from the main group here. So he's going to give that back to him. They're staying there. He's going 1, 2. He's going to be over here at the armory. All right. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Oh, I got to remember Hicks too, because I can do that trick with him. Yeah, we're going to start doing that, I think. So movement, Hicks is going to move this grenade launcher over to Perez here. And he's going to move this field pack over to Myler. Just for posterity's sake. They're not moving anywhere else, so they're all staying there. Perfect. All right. So that is the end of the movement round. Now we are on to discard and draw. Can't use that right now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Marines. That. And draw 1. All right. Oh, they would gain at the ready round. They would have gained 1. For the I gotta remember that. So much stuff. That's the problem with this, is there's so many things you have to keep track of that even like, do I know how to play it? Keeping track of every little thing is insanity. All right, so we're on to so discard and draw. We have done. Can I do anything to stop what's coming here? No, I can't. So Heart is going to rotate to attack from here at 2 locations away at -1 to hit, which makes him rolling on a normal. He's rolling at a 0. Nobody else can target, so that's not going to help me. I got a card in here that might have helped me if the rest of them. So he's just taking a pot shot. He's going to shoot at Reese right here. Just take a quick old fashioned pot shot. Put that over there. And 3. Roll to 3. He hits. He's doing 11 damage. I'm pretty sure. So armor's gone. It's got 1 hull damage left, so that's 1 point. So that's 10 damage left, which goes on to Brees, which he can only take 6, so he's toast. And the PTV is toast. But his stuff he drops. Kaboom. And that's the end of the combat. So those guys are toast. All right. Okay. Now, Hicks is going to ready Sergeant Hart using his ability. Rotate to ready any Marine at the same location. And Sergeant Hart is going to unrotate his scope rifle. I should have been using that combo, but I wasn't. It is a good combo. All right, so that is the end of combat. We're going on to search round. Homeboy up here is searching and finding a field pack. These guys can find cover. Oh yeah, I got to remember to do that too. Yeah, nothing there, so that wouldn't have applied. Okay. But we're at a spot here with cover, but that, yeah, it's not a starting location. So cover is going to be +1 defense, +2 defense. So yeah, we're in a, that's such a nice spot right now. Because there's no way they're going to be able to do anything. They get no bonus. They're not here to do that. They're not here to shoot. They need a couple more turns to build up, and then they can do what they're supposed to be doing, which isn't working very well right now. I mean, got 1 combat pool. They got the same starting combat pool here. And she needs to be in a place with communications, which, yeah, they couldn't move. They couldn't do it because they had to do that. Okay. So that's search round. He's readying. He's readying. He's readying. These guys are already readied. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3 searches. She finds that. He finds that. And we got 1 more search. There it is. I'm wondering if I should have done the black market. There's a thing I could do which would have given me another character. I just don't have the ability to get one more combat pool at the moment, really. I mean, I kind of can now, but I need 5 combat pool to play, and then I can search my deck for this character that's in the deck, and then he comes out, and so on and so forth. So, data drive on him, on her. We have to rotate to use that, so I'm going to just see if I can do that from now on. Boy. All this stuff is sitting on the ground right here in the pile. Okay. All right. I think the Marines are going to take this one. I think it's clear cut at this point. But I mean, we could get a turnaround, but I doubt it. Let's see, I don't see how they can do anything. They could go in and do a suicide run, but now that, I mean, I'm just going to stay there. It's confined and cover. So they can only attack one guy at a time. They can't team up on one guy. They'd have to shoot at 3 different guys. And each of the guys they're shooting at gets a +2 to defense. He's got a 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no way they can even hit him. They can maybe, let's see, Myler's got a 2, 3, 4, 5. They'd have to roll a 6 to hit Myler. With one guy. One guy would have to be able to attack him. This is bad. This is bad. I think the rogues just got knocked out. All right, so let's play it to the end. Let's play it to the bitter end. So that was the search. Ready phase. Ready. This goes away until the next movement round, so that's gone. I might be able to do something here. All right, so steel mill for these guys and a tavern, which we're going to put that up here next to the communication center. Tavern works the same way for rogues in this scenario as it does for Marines, which basically means if I sit there, I can rotate my guys to draw cards. During the movement round, I believe it is. Let me double check that. We're not going to be doing that. That's something if you're already established. We are not established in that manner right now. So we're just going to cling to life here. Okay, so that's that movement round. We're going to do that same juke and jive that we did. We're moving everybody there. Area is secure. And then we're moving here and then here because we can move further now because we're not have Reese slowing us down anymore. So we're going up to the communication center, at which point Christie's going to rotate to gain 1. Call's moving this over to Johnner. Call's going to rotate because she's synthetic. She has the ability to store data tokens on herself. So he gets 1 on his drive. And then Johnner's going to rotate there, also do the same thing. And we're going to try to do what this deck's supposed to do. And since these guys cannot move here, we're now out of range from his shooting. And he can't move there. Or through this location until the next movement round. So they're stuck waiting here. So we might be able to stall this out a little bit. So, okie dokie. Those guys are doing their thing. These guys It's now their movement. And I forgot to do something last turn that I was going to do, but I didn't do it. It's all right. Okay, so Cannibal, they would have gained another during this ready round, so they're now up to 7. Steel moves out. He's going to stay there for a moment. Yeah, we're gonna stay in our little ambush point here and wait till we have an opening. No hurry, no hurry. So they're not moving. I don't think. I think he's staying up there. These guys are staying here. Yeah. Okay, so no combat this round. Oh, we do get discard and draw, so let's do that. Draw 1 here. That doesn't help us very much. That actually doesn't help us at all. These guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4, just 4. That's right. Okay, so combat, nothing combat, search round. He's going to search up there. Actually, we do search here, no searches here. So he's searching there. He's going to find a second. He's got 2 field backs. All right. Okay. This one goes away because the next movement round's coming up. So we've got that. We get another one of these. Combat pool. Ready round. Zip gun gets concealed automatically. I should really probably just do zip guns in this deck. It's so convenient. I do like the wrist guns though, but having to reconceal, they have to rotate to reconceal them normally. The zip guns automatically do it. So there's a bonus to it, but they don't barely do any damage. I think there's 6 damage. With man-stop rounds, you get, or not man-stop, but with hollow point rounds, 7 to 8 damage. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not really dependable for doing a lot of damage. Okay, so here we go. That was a ready round. Locations, tavern. We're going to stick the tavern adjacent to our vantage point. So he's at the armory. He's not at the tavern. That's useful. That could help us. And I have to remember, oh, actually, beginning of the movement round, I can also, I believe, do I get a choice? Do I have to choose? Instead, I believe I can play this also. Or, no, I think it's instead of. It's instead of. I can play it instead of. So I could either do that, which I already picked it, or put that one. So we're just going to do what I did. So other side here, we got a time displacement laboratory. We're just going to stick that over here. It does nobody any good. So that's that. Movement. All right. We're going to spend 1, bringing this down to 3. Not that way. Play at the beginning of the movement round. Target 1 player in 1 location. This player, that location. The targeted player may not move his characters into that location this turn. See what I'm doing? We're gonna try to stall it out. Okay, we're gonna stall it out as best I can here. Oh, we might be able to get another couple of turns out of this. I don't know. We'll find out here. We'll find out. All right, so that's movement for them. These guys again, they're stuck, but all right. So Sergeant Hart's staying here. Everybody else here is moving to the tavern. So this group minus Sergeant Hart. There, there, and there. Sergeant Hart is on his own. This squad here, we're going to say that's this squad here. Lieutenant Campbell has got 2 movement. 1, 2. I'm going to reset that. We're going to start again. We're going to move Lieutenant Campbell 1, 2 here to join up with these guys. Right? And then we're going to move him because he gets a +1 for being at the same location immediately. Plus speed for all your characters with speed stat greater than 0 at his location. So it immediately gives him another +1 so we can all move them all up there. So that's what we're doing. We're moving everybody up there. Okay. They're screwing with us there, so I'm just going to let them be for a minute. We can always catch up to them when they don't do that again. So that's that. It's going to be this little mouse chase shit going on here. So no combat. We're doing discard and draw. So these guys get the first try at it. I'm going to do this. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have something we can play. We're going to play a black market on the tavern. Right there. I moved those guys first. I should have moved these guys. So I did. Did I do that right? Yeah, no, we finished movement. We're now on the discard and draw. So yeah, that's the tavern. Okay, that's where we're at. All right, these guys, they got anything to play? No, but I can. Keep that. I want to get rid of that. 4, 5, and that stuff's helping me. All right. Okay, so we're now at combat. No combat. He can't shoot because they're too far away. We can't move into that location. So we're now at search round. Actually, these guys are going to do their thing again. Rotate, rotate, rotate. So 2. There's 2. And 2. Now, each one of these data devices can hold 5. So 5, 10, 15. All right. And I can exchange them at a black market for 1 combat pool each. I need 25 to win. We might be able to pull the rogues out into a victory from behind here, but we're going to find out. It's going to be close. So that's that turn. Now we're on search round. Nothing to search for. So these guys are unrotating. And okay, so we did ready. These guys. He's going to rotate for 1. And then we ready. Actually, he's going to rotate for 2. So that would be 3. That'd be 4 now. And then he's ready. All right, just so I don't forget, we can do that when we're doing nothing. All right, so okay. Now we are on. Oh, another one for that. So that I gotta remember that too. These guys make a lot of combat pool. All right, we're gonna do new location. So there's a equipment warehouse and a steel mill, which is the same steel mill as that other steel mill over there. That's the same location there too. But it doesn't matter. They're already connected. Beginning of the movement round. Playing locations. That's right now. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards we're going to draw with the tavern. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. And then we're going to move. 4, 3, 3. So 3 is as far as I can go. So 1. Okay, so that goes away. Oh, wait. That's the beginning of the movement round. We're not moving these guys yet. These guys have to move first. So okay. Put those with the wrong deck. Put those with the wrong hand. All right. So yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, so first off, we have 4, 3, 3. So they can go 1, 2, 2. This one has computers resource. Call can use this by paying 1. Call may use events that require computers resource for 1 combat pool per use. So we're going to spend 1 of our combat pool, bringing this down to 2. And we're going to play lock the door here. Target a location with high tech or communications or computers. So it has computers now. Characters may not enter or leave that location until the following turn. May not be played by aliens, blah, 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 blah. So we did the same thing there. That moved us. So we were here. 1, 2. Then we're going to move 3 right here. Okay. That's what they're doing for the moment. All right. So these guys here, they did their little thing. They locked us again. So I'm not moving them. We're going to stay there again. There's no reason to move because of that horse shit. I'm going to play this 2x2 formation just to get it out of my hands. It replaces that one. Discard at any time, and then I play a new one. Or when a new formation is played, so I can do that. So yeah, we just did that. All right. Just to get it out of my hand, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're at the tavern again. Sergeant Hart still can't do anything. But he's right here. It's their movement phase. I can target with Sergeant Hart there, but they're going to play in Nobody's Home. While an opponent is moving, all your characters at one location gain 2 moves immediately, at which point we're going to move right back up here to Communication Center. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3. You can see 3, 3, and 3. So that's Nobody's Home. Yeah, we have some tricks still. This rogue deck's got some tricks. All right, so discard and draw. We're not discarding and drawing anything with the Marines. He can't target again because he locked the door. And these guys, we gotta hope and pray. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not good. We got a chink in the armor moment. All right, so no combat, search round, no searches, and then we do ready round. Ready round here. 5 becomes a 6. These guys ready here. Oh boy. This until the following turn. So, yep, that goes away. All right. Relocation surplus depot. We're just going to stick this somewhere on the line here because we're running out of space. So it's there. And these guys have a computer center. We're going to move the computer center right there next to the tavern. That can work. So we got ourselves a nice little hunting ground here. So that's not bad. All right. So, movement. Since we know what they're going to do, they got a lot of movement though. They're sitting over there at the tavern. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to have a hard time getting there. Okay, these guys, we're going to move up here. So we're at the communication center. It's 1. Actually, we're going to move to the tavern. No. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and we're just going to do this 1, 2, and 3. So that's 4, 4, and 4. I think we might be host. I think we needed that. Actually, 3, 3, and 3. Okay, so we're going to do this differently. I'm not doing that yet. I'm not doing that yet. So we were here at Communication Center. I'm moving to the tavern. Everybody's rotating at the tavern to exchange their for combat pool. So those are going up there. And then we're moving everybody to the computer center. I think that's the safest bet. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I don't think it's enough, but no, I need double that. I need more than double that. All right. Well, okay. So yeah, they're coming this turn. So, okay. So now it's their turn. And I am backed into a corner over here. So, Marines, first thing we're going to do is we're going to move Sergeant Hart here. 1, 2, 3 to the communication center, because that's as far as he can go. He doesn't get the +1 speed because I would have to reveal my location in order to do it. So he's not doing that. He's not getting the +1 speed. These guys, oh, they're not even at the same location. Yeah, so he wouldn't get that anyway. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, we're closing in. These guys, he's got 4, 3, 4, 3. Okay, so 1 field pack's going over to Hicks here for 1 movement point. So he's got 3 left. So he's going 1, 2, 3. So that's 3. So he's got 3. He's got 4. He's got 3. So everybody's sitting at the armory there. Okay. That's not such a bad spot to be at. All right. Movement round's done there. So this group, they've moved. He moved. They moved. All right. Discard and draw. Discard that. Draw 1 card. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, combat. We got one. We're taking a shot with the scope rifle. Christy. Yeah. 11. So that would be 5, 4, 3. No, 4. No, it's a 5 because he gets a +1, -1, -1, +1. All right, so it's even. It's 5, 3 hits. Does 11. He's dead. So he's toasted. Christy just died. Dropped all his stuff at the computer center. Right there. And there was not anything I could do. I knew that was coming. Okay. Everybody else is at the armory. So that was combat. Combat is over. We're going to do this I don't need to do that. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to search for the 4 items because we're here. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I gotta figure out who's getting what here now, so it doesn't really matter. We'll give him that. We'll give him that. Actually, we'll give him that. We'll give him that. And we'll give Myler here Sentry Gun. And we'll keep that and that. Okay, so ready round. These guys aren't searching. These guys are ready. 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 These guys are lasting for being on the back foot. They are lasting an unusually long amount of time here. Being able to hold these guys off really well. And we're actually getting victory points. So I'm actually pretty happy with how this deck is playing. I think it could have gone either way, honestly. If this hadn't started off with such a fast advantage for the Marines, I think these guys would have been able to build up. So these two decks are fairly evenly matched, I think. It just really depends on the draw. So now we are on to the next round. That was ready. Let's play locations. Power plant. Cover high tech. I'm going to keep going this direction. And Marines. Security station. I'm just going to put that over there. Okay, so movement. We have 2 characters. We're going 1, 2. We're not outnumbered, so I can move past there to here. Now we are outnumbered, so 3. 1 or more characters moving together may move through 2 additional locations when moving this turn. These characters move with no penalty past all opponents. So 2 more locations here. We're going 1, 2. While an opponent, okay, I'm going to save that. And then we're going to do a quick escape here to give us another move. All rogues present must move to a single adjacent location. The owner of this card chooses which single adjacent location. So we're moving to the steel mill right there. This is like my last ditch effort here. Okay, so. And we're going to rotate both these 2 guys. Because steel mill, if I remember correctly. No, it doesn't. Damn it. I'm going to reassess that real quick here. Not steel mill. None of their stuff has any high tech. I think I have to do that one. It has to be high tech or computers. So we're going to do it to the time displacement level. And then we're going to rotate for 2, thus giving each of these guys an additional one of those thingies. And we're going to hope, actually, yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, so now, here's where they move now. So they get to move now. He's going to move first. He can move 3. 1, 2, 3. There. Oh, actually, no. He's already at vantage point. So we're going to move up to the tavern. And the vantage point. Do that. And then for the big group, I forgot on that one the last time I did this, but we're going to move over here to the vantage point. Sergeant Hart has to rotate to reload the scope rifle. So he's going to do that. We're going to move here. And I'm just going to make sure I got situation here. We're just going to switch these two so it would still work out. Because one of them was at the vantage point already. And we're just basically resetting it and moving that up. Okay, so we're going to use Hicks to unrotate Sergeant Hart. And it reveals that one was the dud. This is the real location is right here. And so on and so forth. So right there. Wow, the opponent is moving all of your characters at one location, gain 2 moves immediately. You may not enter or leave an enemy's location. So I can't move that direction. But I can move 1 to the steel mill. So that's 1. And then cover secure weapon and security station. We're going to move the security station right there. This is getting so they're sneaky, man. They're sneaky. All right. What did I do with the rest of those cards? I had more cards for them. What did I do with them? I didn't put. No, I didn't put that. I must have. Oh no, there is the. It's just one. I had 1 card left. Okay, so that was the movement for them, and then the movement for them. But so we were here. It's 1, 2. While they're moving, we would have waited until they were done moving, and then we would have played that card. But they are done. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Technically, I would be able to continue moving, though. They moved away 2 more locations. So we're here 1 to here. They wouldn't have been able to move to the security station. They would have been able to move to the warehouse. That's as far as they're going to get 2 moves. They get 2 moves from that, so that's where they go. Okay, that's where they would go, the warehouse. Or I could go to, I would go to the surplus depot. That's where I'm going to go to the surplus depot. So yeah. That's how that works. Okay. But these guys would have moved from the armory 1, 2. That gives them 2 more moves for the main group. He wouldn't be able to because he's now here. He moved from the tavern, I believe, or he was closer. He's 1 closer. No, he was at communications. So 1, 2, 3. That's as far as he can move. He's done with his movement. These guys, however, they still have 2 moves left. So I think, 1 move left. 3 and 3. So they came from already 1, 2. So he can move to the time displacement laboratory right there, which puts them next to the steel mill. So they could target the steel mill, but they couldn't target anything else. Yeah, they're still safe, man. These little slimeys. It's doing that crazy stuff. Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's too far. All right, yeah, so that's that. That is that. That turn. They escaped 1 more turn. For movement. All right, so discard and draw. Discard and draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Okay. We did that. Do that. Thinking that I was going to be able to get a shot off, but it was a waste of time. Discard and draw for these guys, nothing. They have too many cards in their hand. Okay. Combat, no combat. They escaped again. All right. And search round. Nope. Nope. No search. No search for either. So we're not ready round. Ready round. I'm just at 12 now. We're now at 13. Let's fight 13. Okay, 13 combat. We'll put those back in there. All right. And these guys I can condense. We got 6. So there's 6 and 5. And 5. Okay. Just to give me some more dice that I might need. All right. That one's good. All right. And I believe we're on Rubble Hills now. Yep, Rubble Hills. These guys lasted way longer than I thought they would. We're going to stick Rubble Hills right over here. And Rubble Hills over here. Actually, we're going to stick our Rubble Hills over here next to the steel mill. So I got to move everything over. All this stuff is just laying on the ground, doing nobody any good. This line of crap goes on for an eternity, it seems. And then that, and those, and then that. So these two there. So the reason why I'm doing that, though, is very specific. So this Rubble Hills is the same as that Rubble Hills right here. So if I need to, I can move from the surplus depot back to the steel mill with 1 move, and then to the Rubble Hills for 2 moves, and 3, I can move over there. Yeah, it gets confusing, but it works. All right, so movement. In fact, but they can do that too. So, I mean, they can just follow me around. But I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is they're there. There's the steel mill. We're going to move from the surplus depot here to the steel mill. We're going to do the area is secure again. Play on a location with only your species present. No other players may move into or through the location until the next movement round. And then we're going to move back to the surplus depot. Oh, I'm sorry, from the steel mill. Shoot. I need to go somewhere else. I'm going to hold off on that for a second. I need to hold off on that. I got to think this out. So we're at the surplus depot. I need to be in the steel mill. But they're at the steel mill, at the time displacement laboratory. The steel mill is here. Vantage point. Is there another? So vantage point is here. So that's the same location. So we could go, technically, I could go from here to the steel mill to the vantage point. That's 1, 2. I got 1 more move with Johnner. So we can go from vantage point to the dark alley because we're not outnumbered. So I could go to the dark alley. I think that's what I'm going to do. Or, so it's Rubble Hills. No, it takes me in the wrong direction. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to move over to the dark alley. We're going to plan the location. The area is secure on the dark alley. And then I'm going to play a quick escape to move us up here to the armory. Okay. And that gives us 1 more turn where we can survive. And the Marines are still chasing us around. However, they still get a shot now. I don't think I can do anything else. I think somebody else is going to go down here. So Call, she's readied. Nobody undid anything there. So now we have movement. Now it's their movement. So they're going to move over here to the. So the vantage point is the same as that vantage point. CMO. It's a good thing I didn't put that over here because they could have used the back door to go over here. It wouldn't have done them any good because that's a choke point. So I can still shoot with Sergeant Hart. So he's going to move. He's going to move. To the steel now. With that token, and then with this token, he's going to stay right there. Oh, I'm sorry. Right there. It doesn't matter. Everybody is going to assume he's going to beat everything. Oh, my back just tweaked out. All right. So, hey, don't get old. Getting old sucks. All right. So here we go. So that's that movement. Jeez. This is just brutal, man. Just go and draw. All right. Spread those two and a draw. Drawing 4. Okay. This is interesting. I think we might be able to. If we can keep this up with the rogues, we might be able to win. It's going to be very close. Oh, that's a long time, though. No, I don't think we can do it. I think because this turn we had a very strong chance that we're going to lose another character, maybe. All right, so this card and draw. Do I have anything I can use right now? Nope. Okay, so nothing I can use right now. So you just going to draw. We're going to shoot with him. We're going to shoot at Johnner because he's the easier one to hit. Rolled 6. Johnner just went down. So it's just call now. I could have been getting a little more aggressive combat-wise, but there was no way that they were going to survive any fights. It's just not feasible. I think I played that the best way that I could. I, however, think this is pretty much over because right now, Corporal Hicks is going to unrotate him. He's going to rotate again to unrotate the scope rifle. He reveals his location, which was never there in the first place. Actually, he couldn't do that unless I had it flip-flopped. That's probably what I would have done. Yeah, I'm sorry. I messed that up. Anyway, we're just going to do that. He's just going to do that. So, yeah. That would be a better strategy for a different situation, but for this situation right here, he's doing fine. I'm probably not going to put him in stealth anymore because it's just a waste of time at this juncture. All right. So, yeah. Okay. Ready round. No searches, I don't think. They could search, she could search for something, but I don't think it's a good option at this point. But we could do that too. Okay, so all right. So now we don't have any more locations to play over there, but the Marines do actually have another location that I've been screwing around with. I should have had it out earlier, but I didn't. But we're gonna put that there just to have it out. So that one's out now, and Cole's only one left. Movement round area secure goes away. Five down to 4 for not that way. We're targeting the dark alley again. Cole is picking up this other data drive with the 1 chip on it from what's left of Johnner. That gives her 1 less movement point, so she now has 3 movement points. She's going 1, 2, 3 to the black market. She's going to rotate and deposit these 2. Oh, what happened here? I just lost my light. Hang on. And I gotta fix stuff. We're fixing. I'm back. I'm gonna get this all working again. Think. Turn the light on. There we go. Okay, we're almost done anyway. So this is coming to the end. Okie dokie. Just gonna bring up my other screens real quick here. And one more. All right. Okay. Did I lose my stream completely? No. Am I here? That's still working. Just double checking here. We're almost finished here. I think we're about to oh yeah. 2 more. So 4, 5, 6. We made it up to 12, which is technically almost half of what I need. Not bad for holding off a death squad that's been chasing me around the whole game. That was movement. Now the Marines can't go anywhere again. We don't have any way of getting up there. Or do we? Tavern. Well, hello, Tavern. Huh. Vantage points right next to the tavern. Oh, why didn't I see that earlier? All right, yeah, no, we're finished. I think we just finished it. Actually, wait, do I have anything I could do? Beginning of the movement round. We've already moved, so it's not the beginning of the movement round. Okay, so yeah, I waited too long. We're just going to do this right off the bat. All your movement costs are doubled for the Marines. All right, we can play that right now. So before they move. All right, so we can play that now. So our movement costs are double. So in order to move there, it costs 2 to go up to the tavern, which doesn't matter. We're moving everybody up to the tavern. We're just going to finish this off. All right. And then, because we're here, we're going to use a Overwatch on Corporal Hicks. Actually, no, we're going to use Overwatch on... Who I want to do this to? It doesn't matter. Yeah, Corporal Hicks is going to use the Overwatch. He's going to rotate to attack during the movement round right now. I wish I'd seen that weakness earlier with the tavern. I was thinking for some reason it was distinct because the taverns for the rogues work differently. You know what? I actually think that's true. I don't think they are technically the same tavern. I think it's because of how it works for the rogues that their tavern is technically a distinct location from the regular tavern. So we're going to say that they've, just to give them a chance, just to give them a fighting chance, even though most likely we are probably hosing them. So I am not going to play that Overwatch. We are still stalemated. I I don't want everything to be for nothing now. We're just going to say that that tavern, just because of how it works slightly different. It's not the same tavern. It is considered technically to be a rogues tavern instead of a marines tavern. I believe that's how it works. So, actually, that's how it's going to work for this because I don't like that being. These have so many overlapping locations. One less isn't going to hurt it too bad. All right, so okay, we're just make a ruling right now. So I can't do that, but we could still. Can I? I can't. Everybody's here at the vantage point. So the vantage point is here, there, all the way up there at the tavern. And yeah, okay, so that's the end of the movement. We're going to discard and draw. Discard and draw. The Marines. Not much I can do right now. Anyway. He can't shoot. But he can't. We're just going to do this just for back confusion's sake. We're sitting right there. Okay. Reset. All right, this gets discarded. No locations. No locations. They get to do movement first. They're going to play. Not that way. On the dark alley. We're going to move up here to the power plant with high tech, and she's going to rotate for one on the data drive. Okay, Marines. I think this is futile for them, but there's no way I can get through that. They got the choke point all set up there. They just, yeah, the tavern would have been the only way in. The armory's distinct communications center. I don't have another communication yet. It's the only way in there is this direction here, dark alleyway. All right, so yeah, we're stuck for another turn. So the Marines are just sitting there, twiddling dick. Yeah, it sounds like the Marines. Sorry, no, it's more like the Army, but let's be honest. They both have their moments. Something anywhere in the military, honestly, just sitting there twiddle dick. That's all it is. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's the end of that. Anyway. Search round. Nobody's searching. She did her thing. Ready round. Ready in. See how long I can keep this up for before they finally get the one shot that they need to take out Carl. All right, this goes away. They're going to be in trouble, though, because we're about to reshuffle, and we get 3 cards instead of 4 now. So this is tough, man. Okay, Marines. Nobody did anything, so the ready rounds is completely moot on that. That's all right. So nothing's going on there. All right. So and then these bad boys get to move. You're going to target a location with high tech or communications or computers at the beginning of movement round. Characters may not enter or leave that location until the following turn. I need a place with computers and communications to do this. but I can do it remotely at a different place. For instance, this place with communications here with the communications center, I can target that location, which is what we're going to do. I'm at high tech. I do not have computers or communications, but I can use 1 point from call to be able to do that from that location. So we're locking the door and we're locking the communications center door, which is going to give me 1 more turn. And then for the next 2 turns, all of your opponent's move costs are doubled. So we're going to do that too, which leaves us with that. So now it costs them 2 to move. So this is going to cost 2, 3, 4, and then we're stuck. But I can't move everybody there because not everybody's got 4. So he's got 3, so he can go 1, 2, and then he can't move any further. So that's as far as he gets, and then that's as far as they get. Okay, so yeah, that hosts them too, pretty much. All right. And we go for another turn. And she's going to rotate to do another one of them on the second. There we go. Okay, so discarding draw, discarding, drawing 1. That's not helping us. Oh boy, we're down to the wire here. Can she do it? I don't know. I don't know, man. This is going to be weird. They keep getting closer. And I keep getting a little stalling it the best I can. And I had to pay 2, so now I'm down more. I don't think she can do anything by herself. I think it's just, I'm amazed that this group lasted as long as it did. But I think this is pretty much it. Let's find out. We got an area secure. We got 2 black markets that don't help us and a quick escape. Okay, so that's another turn that we can stall. So that was that. Now these guys here, there's nothing that, as I know my deck, nothing in there can help me in this situation. I just simply have to wait till I get an opening. We got like 15 combat pool now. I haven't spent anything. I'm just gonna keep gaining combat pool every turn because there's 4 guys sitting in the same location. This is the ground is over here is littered with corpses and goods that are just the equipment that's just on the ground. So search round done, and then we're moving on to you know what? Yeah, we're moving over to our Marine Tavern. Wait, no. I already did it. I already did this. Screw it. Yeah, we already went on to it. Yeah, okay, so now, okay, so the next turn we go. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody does everything. Oh, she's gonna rotate for 1 more for 3. There. And then search round, nothing happens. And then it's the next, it's ready round. All right, so ready round. Now we're in the movement round again. Okay, so she's here. 1, 2. She's gonna drop. Shit. Okay, she's got 4 movements, so she moved 1, 2, 3 for here. She's gonna drop a quick the area secure. She's gonna move up here to tavern for 4. All right, she would have unrotated. She's gonna use a quick escape. Oh, I drew 1 too many cards, so we're gonna get rid of one of these because that was the last card. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm only supposed to draw 3 now, so I can still do the quick escape to move up to the computer center here. At which point she's going to rotate for 1 more. We're just going to We're going to see. We're going to give it all the chances we can to get out of this. We're stalled again here. We're at the dark alley. This time we can move up to the armory. So we're going to do that. Everybody's up at the armory. Harry secures at the communication center. Discard and draw. We're going to discard that and draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Moment of truth. We going to keep this going for one more turn or not? And it looks like no. But no, we might be able to get another turn out of this. Yeah. Okay, so boom. Nothing happens here. Do they have a discard and draw? Yeah. Keep. Discard. 3, 4. We'll draw 1 card. Okay. The cards I just threw away I could use now. Okay. All right. Okay, so it doesn't matter though. We had them on. We took the advantage in the beginning and we moved. We had to do it that way. So now we're at the search round. At the armory. Since we're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And 5. All right. Just going to get some of these stuff up. Get some of the stuffs. More equipment. Okay. Long day. This is the longest stretch we've done. So, scope rifle on Myler. Motion scanner on him. Sentry gun on him. Battle standard on him. And then field pack on him. Bingo. Perfect. Worked out great. All right. Corporal Myler now has an additional location that he can shoot from 2 now. So him and him, they are going to be best buds for a little bit. Oh, Myler's got another trick up his sleeve. Oh, yes, he does. Okay. All right. So, scope rifle. That was search round. So ready round. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. She rotates there. Okay. Ready round. Very secure's gone. Now, first thing that we're doing, move costs are doubled for the Marines. One, two, 3. So you guys, 1 more. It's 4. 2. We're going to do an access tunnel. Get 2 additional locations. Can move through enemies. So because 4, 5, 6. Or do we want to do vantage point somewhere else? No, that's where I want to go. And then she's going to rotate to get another. Okay, that's filled data drive. All right, now Marines. All their move costs are double, so he's got 4, so he can move 2 locations. So Hicks is going to move 1, 2 right here. Same with General Perez. These 2 guys are together. Lieutenant Campbell and Myler can move one location each. So they're going to move right here. And we're going to call that. This guy can move 4 locations too. And he was up there at the same location. So he's with these guys here. So that's how that is. Overwatch. Overwatch on General Perez. He gets +2 for his tactics. He's going to rotate for an attack right now versus call. And he's got a battle standard, so he's a +1, 2, 3. He's a +3. And we hit her. He does 10 damage. 4 4 is 8, and she's dead. All right, game over. Ha ha! Took long a freaking enough. Is this working? All right, that's working. All right, yeah, we're done. That's the end of the game. Marines win. She kept it going. 15, almost 10 short. If we'd had a couple turns to do what we were doing over here before they got connected, it might have been a different story. So, I don't know, man. I think that's definitely they're definitely contenders there. They definitely were. They won't say even that. I think it was just a bad draw for these guys at the beginning of the game. But yeah, okay. So that was fun. And with that, 2 hours. I think it's about an hour shorter than usual. Hopefully, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. So next week we're gonna do it again. It's gonna be we're gonna be back to dice roll. We have 3 teams left. We got the Marines, Predator, and Resistance, and we get to roll 2 of those next week to see who plays the last one. So 2 more weeks, and then kaboom boom. We get to find out. I still think the Predator's got a pretty good chance, but we'll find out. Something like this might really screw up its day. However, my money's on either the Resistance or the Predator. I don't know if the Marines can handle those guys on a straight up fight, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So anyway, with that, I am done. I'm out of here. I'm going to hit this thing that says stop streaming, and we're going to call it night. And yeah, all right, cool. Rock and roll. Have fun. Don't get in trouble. Don't get hurt. Later.